Silent night, holy night.
Hello, you're watching Bits. On tonight's show, we'll be taking a prudish snatch at the new Phantasy Star Online, and we'll also be dishing out some games that your granny wouldn't approve of.
We'll be taking a stroll through the wonderful world of black and white and chatting to the man behind it all, Peter Molyneux.
And we'll be announcing the result of our top 50 games of all-time poll as voted by you. Plus, the moment you've all been waiting for, we're going to be declaring Britain's #1 geek in the UK. And he'll win a huge gaming PC.
But first up, Alex is recovering from a full-on snowboarding sesh with SSX. Go on, my son, let it out, be free.
Oh, yes.
Throw away the hiking boots, the camping gear, and the water skis. The winter extreme sports season is here, complete with ice, sleet, and shattered collarbones. But what better place to spend those long, dark nights than in the infirmary? You get free fondues, you can pick up boys, and you can chat at length to all the able-bodied amigos about that fateful fall that you took on the slopes. And what stories you'll have to tell after you play the PlayStation 2's SSX.
You know, if you just, relax, losing will be a lot easier to take.
You're looking at a winner, baby.
If the thought of the great outdoors with its gnats and mosquitoes and dirt has you breaking out in rashes, and you prefer the surrounding big air to be between 18 and 30 degrees Celsius, well, the beauty of the video game is that you can have your experience while your bulging buttocks weld themselves firmly into the sofa. Like a dodgy bastard at the door, SSX is waiting to collect the addicted. Now, although very few of you actually have access to Sony's latest PlayStation 2, if you have managed to cough up the bloody dough for this cash moo, then you're dancing along behind her like a morphine addict to a deal. Share and share. SSX is the perfect hit. Fly down the Elysian Alps, a wonder of level designing. This is a full 6.5-minute downhill obstacle course with at least 3 different paths to completion and countless shortcuts. The Tokyo Megaplex is like being inside a pinball machine on Wipeout while doing tricks like Tony Hawk. Mesa Blanca has countless hidden tracks within a strangely cold southwest setting. Then there's the Aloha Ice Jam, a twisted Matterhorn Disneyland ride on a glacier in Hawaii. I'll stop now, I can hear you scream. So it's not realistic in its locales, but in terms of handling the 7 distinct characters, including one posing as Emily Booth, SSX is the sleekest piece of kit to easy breeze it through the unethical experimental air. SSX takes care of all those pesky ideas about going out there and doing it for real. Ease your sagging buttocks into the closest sofa and keep your skills off the piste. SSX is out for those of you with the PlayStation 2 right now. But now, it's time for our top 5.
You love them, we love them. They're fun to be with. We can laugh at their cute little idiosyncrasies. That's because they're computer game characters safely stuck in the world of virtuality.
Typical gooey blockbuster Christmas movies. Tap into childhood dreams, bringing toys and imaginary friends to life. But they want to forget about it in this case. These are the little fellas that you don't actually want coming to life at the witching hour on Christmas Eve at your Christmas dinner. Welcome to our dinner of nightmare Christmas guests. Oh, I love Christmas dinner. Oh, love.
First up, he's big, he's green, he wears small pants and has ugly toes. He looks like he's about to shag the nearest vertical object, and it's likely to be your leg. Yes, it's Blanca, found oafing about on every Street Fighter game around, certain to be found lurking under the mistletoe or chowing down on your shoulder.
This fella from Vampire Masquerade has a craving for birds. But it ain't the dead one sitting on the table with an orange up its arse. Oh no, it's the birds who are very much alive sitting around the table drooling at the supposed gentleman.
Abe's a breezy kind of guy, but he has a bad case of Windus Chicus, officially known as flatulence. There's nothing worse than a cheesy, lingering boff to put you off your Christmas nosh.
Oi, what are you saying, you cheeky slags? This slippery lady from Fear Effect is known to her friends as Hannah, a raven-haired ex-prostitute come mercenary who gets off on gunfire and sneaky assassination. You can bet she'll be making eyes at Dad, and unfortunately, you can bet his eyes will be fixed on a succulent bit of breast. And we're not talking the turkey variety.
I am Alexia Ashford. For the pride of the Ashford family, I will kill you.
If your twee suburban folks are still pushing you for that white wedding, then why not drag home this cross-dressing, incestuous, kinky Nazi with a posh-off for putting his foot in his mouth and leaving it there. Alfred Ashford from Resident Evil Code Veronica is in love with his sister, who's currently in a cryogenic state.
He thinks he's two people? Okay, that's it. Let's get out of here.
You'll catch your death like that. Feeling lonely? Whatever your reasons for needing a little light banter with people you'll never actually have to meet, partying has never been easier. If you're single, or even if you're not, you can party with up to thousands of other social misfits to get a hot group to party with. Fancy a little oriental relief? Or perhaps an exotic French bonbon? No problème. Kiss goodbye to dark, lonely nights and eating your toenails, or wondering where the hell do pigeons go when they die? Just call Phantasy Star Online and get connected. For those of you still stumped, Phantasy Star Online is the first RPG ever to hit a console and be online. That means you can play with anyone around the globe and get a strong group of 4 to play through the game. Though this may look indistinguishable from Final Fantasy antics, this baby has a lot of history, spanning 6 games since 1988 and stocking up a firm network of Phantasy Star fans. With the emphasis placed firmly on collaborative teamwork, you'd better be popular in the virtual playground. Billy No Mates will not get far. If your character dies in a game, the rest of the team have to do something to get you back in. They can, of course, let you rot in hell, though, if they think you stink of rotten egg sandwiches. The game has a people finder system, so if you liked a particular stud you partied with the other night, it's easy to get them back in the sack. If you want to get cunning with your linguistics, then use the Dreamcast keyboard to type your chat. Otherwise, you're stuck with the predetermined text the game provides, so no getting up close and personal with "What colour knickers are you wearing?" type banter. But this looks like one stunning epic, with hip-swaying, sword-slashing shenanigans aplenty, and is the first of its kind to take 24-hour, unsociable style gaming to the all-accessible console. I hope they pull it off. Phantasy Star Online is out for Dreamcast kiddies only in February 2001. Cheers, doll.
Time now for the results of our historic gaming poll.
And now, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the end results, the culmination, the grand finale of our industry-shattering top 50 games of all time.
We received a staggering variety of entries from Wipeout to Lamatron. In all, there were over 350 different games nominated by you, the valued viewer, but only 50 could make the grade. At the pooey bottom of the pile, it's the one that started off all this thumb-blistering action in the first place. It's Pong at number 50. An arcade hall classic. The instructions are simplistic enough for the severely stoned. Insert coin. Avoid missing ball for high score. Look at that ball go.
Strutting up the chart, we noticed that the goddess of virtuality, the queen of computer pop, Lara Croft herself, only just managed to dive, swim and claw her way in. Tomb Raider, the original, begging for attention at number 32.
The rest of the best can be viewed on our website, forlater.com/bits. But rushing up the chart like a techno baby on a pill, here is our top 5.
Sucking on the number 5 slot with its schmaltzy plot and chicks in pants, it's Metal Gear Solid.
The accidental hero of number 4 is Half-Life, a revolutionary way to kill, the definitive way to die, and the cause of many soiled pants.
which brings us nicely into our top 3. Zelda Ocarina of Time has blown on the wood of most of you voters. It gets the bronze. Little Link the Elfin Thing is on a mission to adventure for 75 plus hours. He started out on the Nintendo Entertainment System and since then has inspired the serial killer death fest Shadow Man. Now there's a legacy for you.
Preaching a capitalist cause is the computer classic Elite. Machiavellian in nature with space as its final frontier, silver medal winner Elite originally hit the BBC computer. Fight pirates if you're a saint and pigs if you're a sinner. Legendary.
And finally, the #1 game, as voted by Gamers of Britain, is Final Fantasy VII. As the first of the series on the PlayStation, number 7 was 3D and tweaked for our Western tastes. An epic adventure for kids with a conscience and a lot of spare time on their hands. This is an interactive soap opera for the masculine set. An all-consuming game, Final Fantasy VII turned hip gamers into damp-eyed, pasty-faced geeks as they lost sleep and their social lives for the cause.
Join us after the break when we'll be sampling the delights of this little number.
Oh, we got this notion that we quite like to sail the ocean, so we're building a big boat to leave here for good. We're not keen on sinking, so we're all sitting here thinking, 'cause we built it too big and we've run out of wood.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Hello and welcome back to Bits.
Coming up, we'll be telling you the tale of a small hand in a big world in black and white.
And we'll be offering up our alternative festive games to entertain you during those times of cynical boredom.
We'll also be giving you the results in our search for Britain's #1 geek. But first, is this week's Shop Show.
On a one-horse open sleigh.
Christmas shopping, what a bore, what an expense.
But don't fret, because we 3 cheap lassies have the answer with budget video games.
Yep, this week's Shop Shelf digs deep into the bargain bucket for those long-forgotten, yet classic titles.
Resident Evil on the Dreamcast hits the bargain basement with Code Veronica. Coming in at under 25 quid, it's not as cheap as the PlayStation Platinum range, but you're paying for perfect pixels.
In the less than a tenner bucket is the classic Grand Theft Auto 2. Now they say Christmas is forgiving, but hey, you're a geezer, ducking and driving, wheeling and stealing. What a hoot!
For first-person shooter and World War II fans, Medal of Honor gives you the chance to reinvent D-Day. Fail and your grandchildren will be playing video games in German. Scheisse und schlauer Arsch. Which means this one is also available for less than £10.
Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation has already gone platinum, so you can join Lara's last crusades as she treks across Egypt before she cops it. Oops, we weren't supposed to tell you that, were we? Oh well. So there you have it, plenty to play with over Christmas.
Once upon a time, there was a utopian island populated by 9 tribes. One day, a group of sorcerers appeared and became gods to their individual clans. Now, they could be harsh and cruel, or kind and good to their subjects. But whether they were governed by fear or by love, the people empowered their gods with magical skills through worship. The game is, of course, black and white. An extremely ambitious title, it's already doubled the expected development time. And I met with Peter Molyneux, legendary games developer and godfather of the God Sim, to talk about it.
You know, my dream was to make a game where people could do anything they wanted. That I could say, okay, there's a world, do what you want.
Yeah.
But as it turned out, that was an intensely boring thing. Because it's like me saying to you is, what do you want to do? And you saying, well, I want to be entertained, actually. And so there had to be, that's why there had to be this story.
Keep away from the water!
The idea is that you, as a player, are born from the needs of these little people. There's some problem, and this problem is these kids are going to get eaten by the sharks, and so his parents are praying to, a god to help them out. And that prayer calls you into existence, but they don't realise what a can of worms they open, because you can be whoever you want to be, basically.
Yeah. This game never switches off, even when your computer has. The cycle of life goes on without you. To help control your world, even while you're away, is a Tamagotchi-like creature. It will even text you with whinging messages if you neglect it too long, and that's if you're dumb enough even to give it your mobile number. It's a lesson in practical parenting of learned behaviour.
Super!
There's lots of special things you can do with a creature. First of all, on his first birthday, he will have this overwhelming urge to create his own web page. Another thing you can do that's great with the creature is tattoo him.
Once you feel you're ready to expand your horizons, you can take your creature online and make friends or enemies with other gods around the world.
So you can take your creature out of single player, go online, meet somebody else, you can swap stuff, my creature can train your creature any special things that he knows, and then you can go back through the portal into the single player game. Black and White can be played like a combat game, as you against me, but we can play it cooperatively, so that there can be you and me against two other people, and you may be looking after the little villagers, I may be looking after the creature, somebody else, another one of our friends may be looking after the miracles, and so it could be like 6 versus 6.
Black and White will also be coming out on PlayStation 1, Dreamcast and the next generation consoles. In the meantime, drop into the Bits website and download your own Black and White Dancing Bear to use on the Winamp programme. And whether the little creature lives happily ever after or not is up to you. But if you want your own posh pet, well, you'll have to wait until February 23rd when it comes out on PC. Time now for the climax in our search for Britain's biggest geek.
I met a bloke just the other day.
He looked down on his luck cause he'd never been laid.
Said, don't look so bleak, cause you ain't no freak.
You just won Mr. Geek UK, Mr. Geek UK. You're the biggest geek in the UK. Hey!
At the beginning of the series, we launched our Geek UK competition.
Yes, it was Geek Pride all the way. We set out to find the #1 geek in Britain.
Now, at the end of the series, after hundreds of entries and masses of votes, we finally have a winner.
We're off to give him a little tinkle right now to let him know that he is about to be crowned the biggest nerd in Britain.
Yeah, but before we do that, we'd like to congratulate the lady with the dangerous digits. It's Butterfly for coming in 3rd place. Well done.
And undoubtedly, a very close second was the man who still wears the jumper knitted for him by his mum with the game's logo on it. Aw, well done, Kens.
But in first place with the official title of Mr. Geek UK is the super nerdy John Clark.
Now, we know that John is fluent in Klingon, so we've got a little surprise for him.
Hello, John.
Hello?
Is this John?
Yep.
Knock me.
John. Nookie.
You're the winner.
Yep.
How does it feel?
Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, fantastic.
Biggest geek in England. Yeah.
John. Hello, it's Booth here. What are you going to do with your beefed up new PC, hun?
I'm planning to network it up to the one I've already got, play multiplayer game.
Excellent, John.
Hey.
By yourself or with other people?
Yeah.
Hey.
Gonna take over the world.
Thanks so much, John.
Our work here is done. Do you think we'll still be gaming when we're 75?
You will, you geek.
Yeah, she'll have a colostomy bag permanently attached to her entertainment system, because you know that's what it's going to be called in the future.
Ugh, what a disturbing thought.
Thank goodness for a freaking video game. Where would we be without them, especially around this time of year, around Christmas? Another year of festivities and ho-ho, bloody ho, and spoilt brat
rats and money-grabbing charities.
What's that smell?
Don't know, but it's not the turkey. It must be Boo's bowels playing up again. Oh.
Well, if the thought of stuffing another buggering turkey and cooking for ungrateful little shits makes you want to stuff your still warm knickers down their throats, then here's a little antidote.
Take your pent-up frustration out on Mother Hen in South Park, the game. Not only have you got the ideal anti-claus, Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh, he also doubles up as Christmas pudding for all your enemies. But be warned, when you pop Mama Turkey in the arse, she pops right back with a whole bunch of the little gobblers. But hey, more for target practice.
You've been waiting 7.5 months for your new streamlined Limbus 2000 Zimmer frame, and what do you know? Still not here by Christmas Eve. Bloody Christmas greetings!
There's someone I haven't seen for 50 years and couldn't give a cat's piss about. Have another pre-packed yo-ho-ho plastic kiss my ass from someone who never cared anyway.
If seasonal do-gooders are clogging up the post, don't get your musty, moist knickers in a twist. Take it out on some cute, fluffy, wuffy bunny bunnies.
Time to get even with Santa's Gone Postal, a festive little downloadable number set in a winter wonderland. It's you, the bunnies, and a semi-automatic rifle. Sick of all his little knee-high helpers, Santa's got a serious case of all work and no play makes Santa a dull boy. Here's the big fat bastard in a red suit.
If 24/7 religious musical programming has you considering selling your soul to Satan,
Or the incessant sound of out-of-tune carol singers screeching at your door.
Oh, come, all ye faithful,
It makes you want to redecorate your room a certain shade of poo to match the smell of weed.
Then get a little bit sacrilegious and test your aim with some messianic madness.
A subversive little number from the wicked wild web, Nail Jesus to the Cross, does exactly what it suggests. Not one for morally minded sensitive souls.
So there you have it. Christmas treats for every cynic.
Oh, she's on!
Oh, quick before she pops it! I bet she smells of dog.
time now for the competition.
Oh, you ain't there too?
So what's on offer tonight then, Emily?
Well, Alex, tonight we've got loads of stuff signed by Shigeru Miyamoto to give away to 3 lucky winners.
And all you gotta do is answer this very simple question which we made up about 2 months ago when we were under house arrest.
Okay. Every year we all moan about Christmas. It's too commercial, it's too expensive, it's too fattening. But no one ever comes up with a better way of bringing a little bit of light and colour to these dark December days. So what we want you to do is cook up a completely brand new annual event to replace Christmas. And as a special Christmas treat, your idea doesn't have to be related to video games, lucky you. You can come up with anything you like, go mad. The best 3 answers will get the prize.
Send your answers via our website to www.4later.com/bits.
Oh my God, what are you like, Boo?
Yeah, what am I like? Look at the state of you.
Shut up, trollops. Anyway, we hope you all have an overindulgent Christmas and a wasted New Year.
We'll be back in January with more shit about video games.
See you then.
Beware, coward.